My name is Technical Sergeant Joshua Walters. I am currently the enlisted Air Force and Space Force recruiter out of Hagerstown, Maryland. We're out here in Western Maryland, not quite Western Maryland, but pretty far out here. As far as being able to get in touch with me, I'm on Facebook, Air and Space Force Recruiting Hagerstown, Instagram, Air Force Hagerstown. Really, if you go on Google, I'm pretty much there somewhere if you want to get in touch with me personally. First and foremost is just finding the closest recruiter to you. There are a couple different steps you can do to do that. Airforce.com, there's a way to do there. There should be a little link for a recruiter locator on there. You can, any more it's simple as going on Google, Air Force recruiter near me should pop up with the information for that. The cool thing is if you go to airforce.com, there is a little thing you can fill out, which will actually create a file and will come to the recruiter assigned to you, to your area, and then they will actually contact you. But doing that is the first step. After that, generally once you make contact with that recruiter, we're gonna ask you some questions. That is to determine your basic eligibility to join the Air Force, age, height, and weight, things like that. And then from there, more than likely, if your eligibility qualifications look good, then we'll schedule an appointment with you to meet, face to face. Most recruiters now are only doing appointments, not necessarily walk-ins, so definitely want to call ahead. Some people it's just because they're busy. Some it's just due to COVID that we're not allowing walk-ins. And then once you meet with your recruiter, they're gonna fill out a bunch of paperwork with you, ask you all kinds of questions about your medical history, fill out some other paperwork as far as testing goes, things like that. And once all that's done, they may or may not have you take a practice test there in the office, just to see how your ASVAB scores look, give an idea where you might be as far as getting ready to do that, and then give you some homework for, we have an online application, which is information you're going to fill out to receive your federal background investigation. Everybody goes through one of those when they join, so we'll have you do that as well. And once all that is completed, everything is good to go, and you're ready, you'll talk about the process to get to MEPS with your recruiter. That's to go up to do your physical and everything. Yes, so we have 4 high schoolers. We have what is called, what's actually, I forget, they changed the name. We always called it the soft book program. They did change the name, but I can't remember what it is. Basically, what that allows you to do is if you are 17 years old with parental consent, you can join the Air Force at the end of your junior year. That actually program starts, you can actually go to MEPS, do your physical and everything starting in April, and then we set certain jobs aside for that program specifically leaving the following year. So like, for instance, if a junior joins right now, so they go to MEPS next month, they swear in, and we'll get jobs this summer, and they are gonna leave next year. So they'll be leaving pretty much a year out, starting in July. So, and those jobs will generally ship July to September timeframe of the following year. And they tend to be the best jobs, the ones that everybody want, firefighter, loadmaster, aerospace medical service, stuff like that. A couple of the computer jobs. They do vary a little bit year to year, but it's a great way to get that guaranteed job a year ahead of time. You have your whole senior year that when you're leaving. When everybody asks you like, oh, what are you doing after high school? Like, I'm joining the Air Force. Like, I'm leaving July 14th to go to basic training, and I'm gonna be a, fusion analyst. I don't know if they even call it fusion analyst anymore. I'm gonna be a firefighter. We'll go with that one. But it's just nice knowing that you have that option, and It's a great program. I wish more people would use it. I think it's a fantastic opportunity, and I think if I would have went to a school that an Air Force recruiter actually was worth coming to, and when I was in high school, I may have done it and actually joined in high school, right out of that, and that would have started I'd be going on, and date myself, 16 years versus 13, so, and that basically means I would be 38 when I retire from the Air Force versus, 41, 42, which doesn't seem like a big difference, but it is, trust me. So it's just little things like that that make the difference with that program and why it is so great, because you get a shot at the best jobs, and while everybody else is freaking out trying to figure out what college they're going to apply to, you're joining the Air Force, you're automatically accepted into the Community College of the Air Force. Yes, that is real. We are the only branch that has our own community college, and it will grant you an associate's degree. I have one. I'm working on my second one, hopefully, trying to get that buttoned up. Tons of great opportunities with that, and everyone that I've put in with that program has been pretty happy. Everybody got their number one job that they wanted doing that, and the great thing with that is, like I said, you're going after the best jobs, and we generally have more jobs than we have people for them, so and that ends in September. So starts in April is when you can go to MEPS, and then the program itself closes out in September, and then after that, if you're a senior in December, you can still join. You can still go to MEPS, you can still do your physical and all that stuff. You just wouldn't be looking at getting a job until it kind of gets into post-graduation time of all that. So, yeah, do that program. Join in high school. It's great.